Hello everybody, hi. Do you know what today is? Today is the Super Bowl day, yay! But unfortunately, I don't really have an actual Super Bowl play to. I don't actually have a Super Bowl video planned, and I don't have my people with me because, well, they're downstairs watching the Super Bowl, like, my characters. And I do have one little video, but that's gonna be posted tomorrow, alright? So, yeah. I mean, I could post it tonight, but, I honestly don't know why I'm not posting it tonight, and I have to post it tomorrow. But anyways, so I'm going to be showing you, basically, I'm going to be showing you last year, I'm going to be showing you footage, from YouTube channels from last year's Super Bowl, Super Bowl 50, the big one. So, from a small channel that barely mentions the Super Bowl to a big channel that completely goes berserk, we got down the top three Super Bowl 50 meltdowns. So let's get on to it. The number one Super Bowl 50 meltdown is from Violet First. The video title: William and Lucy break laptop after fighting. So basically, this is a video from Violet First, as you know, and this is her stupid dumb intro. And here's Violet First calling. And here she is calling William and Lucy to get ready for the party, and this is what happens. This is what happens. As you can see, they start fighting over the laptop, only because... And I'll show you the reason why. The description will show you why. That's basically the reason why they're fighting. Because she doesn't like the Super Bowl, but he doesn't like the halftime. Look at them. And then this is what would happen in the process. This is what happens in the process.
She doesn't like the Super Bowl. William, come on, let her use it. You broke my TV! William, you broke my controller. William, just let you guys. We're gonna go have a good time.
Look, this is what happens, people. Watch.
You know what? Give me, you guys, stop. You guys, stop. You're gonna end up breaking it.
And she does. Watch it.
It better not be broken. It's not. Oh, Lucy! What did you do?
Then this is what happens.
I'm tired of using it. Look what you did.
Yep, she blames him. She blames him, and they end up not going to the party. But this is what does happen. Hold on. This is what ends up happening. And this is basically what happens afterwards. They don't go to the party, and this is what happens. They have a little fight, and then Lucy ends up breaking the laptop. Well, and William too. He breaks it as well. And so that's basically what I wanted to show you. The second rage video during Super Bowl 50 was from Brotherhood Productions. And the title on this one was called Crazy Kid Rages at Super Bowl 50 and Destroys House. Broken TV. Now basically what happens here is, well, I'm going to show you. Did you hear that? That's pretty funny. It's basically, on that time, this is where people are actually watching the Super Bowl. He's basically raging because this one team, I don't really know who he supports here. Let me hear this again. I can't really understand what he's saying. But basically, he's basically saying that the game isn't over, and he is having a bit rage about it because I think the game is actually over. Oh wait, it isn't. And this is what happens, alright? I'm gonna say this is Carolina. So he's basically a Carolina supporter, and this is when Carolina versus Denver, and I guess he supports Carolina, and when they didn't run the ball, this is what happens. He starts going crazy, and here's his friend recording him. And basically, this is what happens after he can't stand it. This is what he does. This is what he does when he can't. After his raging, this is what he does. Just watch.
Where are you going?
And so his friend goes outside and look at him. Look at Houston.
Why? Every year! Every fucking year! It's just a game.
And so that was not really the right thing to say. So when his friend, who is named Daniel, when he tries to calm Houston down and telling him it was just a game, that doesn't go out so well. And so basically after Houston raging outside as well, this is what he does. Watch. He runs back in the house and does this. Whoa. This is what, and then eventually he destroys the TV. Get that out of here.
Broke the light,
This is what he does. I mean, that's the part of the title. So basically, because Carolina didn't win, and the game was over like that, this is basically how they end the video. Only because, he didn't, I guess he didn't watch the whole game and Carolina didn't win, and this is what happens. And so basically that's the second freak out, and now for the third and last freak out. The third freak out, that happened during Super Bowl 50 is from the Angry Grandpa Show. And the title called here, Angry Grandpa's Super Bowl 50 Freak Out. So, it's basically, here's where we begin the video. And I think he's definitely a Carolina supporter because, well, he lives in South Carolina. So basically, this is how we start. So, here he is, watching the Super Bowl, with Denver with 16 and Carolina with 10. I can see it more here because I guess I couldn't see it that well on this one because they didn't show the TV that well. But here they show it pretty well. But this is what happens. This is what happens. Just watch.
Touchdown. Touchdown.
As you can see, because the other team, Denver, I guess, didn't get, since they got a touchdown, this is what happens. He doesn't even watch the rest of the game. This is what he does. Look at him. Wow. Hey, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? You're crazy. You are crazy. You are crazy, man. Gosh. Anyway, sorry about that. I got a little bit carried away there. But basically, this is what happens because the other team, Denver. I guess he's a Carolina supporter. Since Denver got a point, a couple more points here. Since they got a touchdown, he starts throwing a tantrum. He starts screaming and yelling, destroying the whole entire house. Look at him. Starts destroying the whole entire house, and just look at him. Anyways, this is basically how we end it. He just completely destroys the house, only because the other team.
No, there's no time. The game is not over. The game is over, Mike. The game's not over, dude. The game. Go ahead, dude. What's it matter? What's it matter?
This is basically how they end the video.
The game's over.
So that's basically how they end the video. With him, raging because the other team got a point, and so he destroys the TV. He destroys pretty much the whole house, only because the other team got a point and he wasn't patient enough to wait. And so basically that's why I have to show you. Man, these people are rage freaks. Alright, anyways, goodbye.